wet as a club pool. Been in that water since a young and you just shark food. Quick drum draw, I went to art school. Yeah, the lights is bright, but I got a sharp fuse. Don't snooze, been handling the game so long, my thumbs bruised. Your new girlfriend is old news. You ain't got enough green and she's so blue. Get cash money breakfast where dreams come true. Every night is easy, don't leave it up till easy. Put it in the pot, let it steam, let it cool.
There's Ryan looking to center into the slot to Esther, but it's broken up by Scott. He shoots, hit, scores!
Now the sticks are up. And now this is bad news. Everyone going at it down here in the corner.
Fort Wayne Hockey.
McClung with the deke.
6 teams.
Bone cutter to Ryan Freeby with the shot from the point. He scores!
Live stream games new this season. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
Beautiful baby, you're sweeter than strawberry pie. Just like the morning, your smile brings the sunshine.
The Parkview Family Birthing Centers, with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom.
You can be too. Learn more at parkviewmom.com.
There are a lot of moving parts in any video broadcast. These Career Academy students learn the value of teamwork, coming together seamlessly when it's time for lights, camera, action. See what we do. Visit fortwayneschools.org.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
It's more than winning state championships and titles. It's more than challenging your cross-city rivals. FWCS Athletics brings out the best in students, giving them confidence, discipline, and a will to persevere. See how we compete and see what we do at fortwayneschools.org.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home, or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to opening night of girls basketball in the state of Indiana on SummitCitySports.com. My name is Ryan Dellinger, and I will be your host for tonight's game between the visitors on the scoreboard. The Leo Lions already 1-0 on the season. Early win over Heritage, 50-21. So they have a game under the belt. This will be Northrop's first game of the season. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance training offers elite athletes coordinated care and instant access at the new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic inside the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Also, ParkviewSportsMedicine.com is the new go-to for all your local sports with scores and highlights for all area schools. Parkview Sports Medicine wants to celebrate the accomplishments of the athletes on and off the field. Check it out at ParkviewSportsMedicine.com. To make Parkview Sports Medicine part of your team, give us a call at 266-4007 or log on to ParkviewSportsMedicine.com. Parkview's new Ortho Express Clinic is your new home for all your orthopedic needs. Instant access to physicians, x-rays, physical therapy, performance, and our sports dietitians are all at your fingertips at the new Parkview Ortho Express. We meet the athletes when and where they are playing inside the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse with evening and weekend hours. Parkview Ortho Express. Learn more at parkviewmedicine.com. Well, both teams have come back out on the court here as we are ready to start high school basketball. This is the first night of high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com. For Leo, like I said, they come into this game. They are 1-0 on the season. They're coached by Kerry Chappell. They're 173-99 in his 13th year as Leo's head coach. Rashada Ray, now known as Rashada Muhammad, is 15-8 in her second year at Fort Wayne Northrop. The last time the last outing for, of course, Leo was a win over Heritage, 50-21, and the series between these two teams, Leo leads 2-0 over Northrop. The last meeting between these two teams came on November the 5th of last year. Leo defeated Northrop 62-54. And right now our public address announcer, Barry Peterson, is announcing the starters for both teams. We have a sportsmanship message being read now by Mackenzie Snyder.
Northrop's girls basketball team. Welcome to Northrop High School. Sportsmanship is important here at Northrop. We appreciate your support of both teams tonight. We ask that you show respect to the officials, coaches, players, and other fans. Thank you for helping us keep this a fun and safe environment. Enjoy tonight's contest.
Thank you, Mackenzie. Good job.
Number 3, Mackenzie Snyder will be a starter tonight for Northrop.
Lady Lions of Leo High School. Starting at one forward, a 5'9" senior, number 41, Alex Bays. Starting at the other forward, a 5'9" junior, number 43, Kate Stewart. Starting at center for the Lady Lions, a 6'1" sophomore, number 40, Brooke Smith. Starting at one guard, a 5'3" freshman, number 20, McKenna Dean. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Lady Lions, a 5'4" senior at the other guard spot, number 30, Sophia Pierce.
There's your starters for the Leo Lions. It's number 20, McKenna Deach, a freshman. Staying at 5'3", she'll start at guard. Sophia Pierce, number 30, a senior 5'4", will start at guard. Brooke Smith, number 40, will start. She's 6'1". She's a center and an outstanding volleyball player for the Lady Lions. Number 41, Alex Baines, will start. A senior 5'9", a forward. Kate Stewart, number 43, a junior, will start at 5'9". She's a guard, and now the starters for Northrop.
And the other forward, a 5'9" and senior, number 3, Mackenzie Snyder. The 3 guard starting lineup for the Lady Bruins, a 5'7" senior, number 23, Morgan Hughes. Also at a guard, a 5'5" senior, number 14, Ariel Thatcher. Rounding out the starting lineup for the Lady Bruins at the other guard spot, a 5'3" senior, number 2, Naomi Dubé.
Your starters for Northrop, Naomi Dubé, number 2, a senior. Mackenzie Snyder, number 3, a senior. Number 14, Ariel Hatcher, a senior. Morgan Hughes, she's a senior as well. She'll start at guard. And Alicia Tinney-Williams will start at power forward, number 25. Your officials tonight, Kaylee Interline, Sean Miller, and Jeff Pagano. We are ready to go here for the first night of opening girls basketball on SummitCitySports.com. It'll be Williams to jump against Brooks Smith. There's a jump ball, and the ball will be controlled. No, the ball's still loose. It'll go out of bounds. It'll go off of Northrop.
Opening tip controlled by the Lady Lions.
They'll inbounds the ball to number 30, Sophia Pierce. She'll come up the left side now. Man-to-man defense by the Northrop Bruins to get started. They're dressed in their home whites tonight with some orange numbers, and there will be a quick early foul on Northrop. It'll be on Mackenzie Snyder. That will be her first, the team's first. Leo dressed in their road grays, purple numbers. Brooks Smith with the ball. She'll drive baseline. Have a lane. She throws the ball away, and it's picked up by Northrop's number 14, Thatcher. She's quickly to the basket, and she will score. Quickly, Northrop into the press. Having a little bit of trouble getting the ball over. They do. They'll get it in there. Brooks Smith will take a 15-foot jump shot. It's off the backboard, bounces around, and on the floor is the freshman for Leo with the rebound. Leo will back it back out to the right side. Drive into the lane, get a step, throw it up with the left hand, nothing there. And it's controlled by the Northrop Bruins. Thatcher up quickly to Dubé. She takes a short shot, a 15-footer, and it is good. Dubé with her first buckets. And Northrop once again in a press, and that's going to be a foul on number 23, Morgan Hughes, her first, team second.
Foul number 23, Morgan Hughes.
Score 4-0 with 6:50 remaining. Northrop able to get some open shots here early as number 43, Stewart, will take it in. She'll get it to Brooks Smith. Brooks Smith way away from the basket, and she'll give it up to the point guard, Pierce. Pierce will drive right, gets a screen from Brooks Smith. Nothing there, backs it out to Smith. Now underneath they'll go. Underneath the Stewart, she'll miss it. She'll go up with it again and misses it again, and it's controlled by Thatcher of the Bruins. Excuse me, that's not Thatcher, that's Dubé, and she gives it up to Thatcher. She'll drive and go off the backboard and miss the shot, but she'll get her own rebound. She'll kick it to the top of the key. It's off the front of the rim, and the freshman comes up with it. Deitch will go right to the hoop, and she will get the foul, and on the floor is number 23, Morgan Hughes, with her second foul. And at the line shooting will be the freshman, number 20, McKenna Deitch. Into the game quickly comes a sub for the Bruins.
Number 20, McKenna Deitch.
Her first one up and good. Into the lineup, number 32, Maddie Allman in, and she'll take Hughes' spot. Here's a second free throw. It's up and good. So the Lady Lions on the board behind the freshman's 2 free throws. And now Leo will set up in a 2-3 zone. Northrop will back it out. That's number 14, Thatcher with us. She'll go to Dubé on the right side. They look underneath. Mackenzie Snyder has it, gets in the lane. Her floater's up and off the backboard and rebounded and taken away by Williams. And then it's taken away right back by Leo. And now Stewart will bring it up the right side. She'll give it to the freshman, Deitch. She'll look underneath. Nothing there. They'll back it back out to the top of the court. Reverse dribble back around to the right. The count is on. And she'll have to give that ball up. Now Pierce has it. Outside of the freshman, Dietz, she'll take the shot, and it's an air ball from about 18 feet. And Northrop looks to push again as they'll get into the front court. Thatcher will take a three from deep, and it's good.
Number 14, Ariel Thatcher.
Thatcher with the first three of the year here on SummitCitySports.com. We've got a delay of game on the Bruins. They lead 7-2 with 5:14 remaining. Stewart will take it out. She'll get it to Bain. She has the ball deflected as she tried to pass it away, taken away by Williams. Williams gives it up to Dubé, and she'll kick it out to Thatcher, and they'll reset the offense with 5 minutes remaining here in our first quarter at Northrop High School. Now Dubé will take a three-pointer from the corner, goes off the side of the rim, and it hit the cord above the backboard, and that's out of bounds. Into the game will come number 50, Ashley Miller. She'll check in for Alex Bain. Leota inbounds here. They'll get it to Brooke Smith. That's a good target because she is so tall. The long pass is taken away by Northrop, and now they will control the ball once again. Boy, the freshman all over the court for Leo. She'll go to the hoop, and it's swatted away by number 14, Ariel Thatcher. So the freshman, there was some good defense, gets to the basket, but the senior Thatcher deflects the ball out of bounds. Leota inbounds. They'll set up in a 1-2-2. Brooke Smith will get in the lane. She'll get a knee there, go up with a floater, and it will be good. Brooke Smith with her first 2 points of the game.
Number 40, Brooke Smith.
And we've got a 3-point game now as Allman looks inside for Williams. Williams will turn and hit Dubois outside. The ball's off the side of the rim, and Brooke Smith with another rebound. Inside, there's a shot up and off the rim and rebounded by Mackenzie Snyder, and she'll give it up to Dubé. She'll look to the right side, deflected away by Leo, and not enough sideline room over here for her. And the ball goes out of bounds, and Allman will take it out for Northrop. Thatcher with the ball. Leo back into their 2-3 zone. A little bit of a matchup zone here on the right side as Stewart comes out on Dubois, and now she will back off, and they'll go cross court to Thatcher, and she'll get called for the travel. First turnover for Northrop into the game, number 55. Markia Carden into the game, and she'll replace Williams. Dietz with the ball, the freshman, getting meaningful minutes here early in the season. She'll give it up to Pierce, and Leo will start their offense from about 25 feet away, and there's a turnover on the Lions. It goes out of bounds. Their second turnover, and Northrop will have the ball. Sean Miller gives the ball to Allman, and she'll give it to Thatcher, and up the court will come the Bruins. They lead 7-4 here midway through our first quarter. Good pass underneath the Carden. She'll look and find Mackenzie Snyder, and she will get her first 2 points of the game. Pierce got away with a little bit of push there, and then she gets almost double teamed. She'll give it up to Stewart. They'll go underneath the taller Brooke Smith. She looks inside, finds one of her players who goes off the top of the backboard, off that cable up there, out of bounds, and back to Northrop. That was Ashley Miller that took the shot just too high. And Northrop has the ball once again, leading 9-4. They'll get the ball up to the top to Mackenzie Snyder. She'll give it up to Allman to the left baseline. Now it's Thatcher. She'll come back out to the top of the court and reset the offense. She looks over to Coach Rashada Muhammad. Coach Rashada Muhammad was formerly Rashada Ray, got married this summer. Mackenzie Snyder probably got away with a walk there to start with, but the call the foul on number 20, that's McKenna Dietz, her first, team's first. Thatcher to inbound, she'll look, now she'll fire it outside to the other guard. Back around to her, Thatcher in the corner. She'll drive into the lane, goes up with the shot, goes hard off the backboard, and rebounded once again by Brooke Smith. Smith will have it about 18 feet away from the basket. She'll drive right on Carden and give it up to Deach. Deach back up top to Stewart now. The man-to-man defense doing a nice job right now for the Bruins. Deach to Miller, now out to Pierce. Pierce will look up at the clock and now drive to her left, kick it out to the freshman. She'll have a runner floater in that goes off the side of the rim and rebounded by Allman, and now she'll get it up to Thatcher, and Northrop looks to push. As Thatcher gets into the lane, gives it up to Snyder, now back to Thatcher. Around to Dubé, and she'll go cross-court to Allman. Allman up top to Thatcher. 1:50 remaining here in our first quarter. There's a long three-pointer on the way. It goes hard off the backboard, and the freshman comes up with it, and she'll have a rebound. She goes hard to the basket. Oh, she's hammered there. No call. And now the ball's deflected around, and Northrop comes up with it. Thatcher pushes. She goes straight into the lane and blocked there by Stewart. Now she'll push. And she'll give it up to Pierce. She'll shoot the long three-pointer off the side of the backboard, and I think they're going to call a foul on Northrop's or Leo's freshman. It is on Deach. That is her second, team second. We have a sub coming in for Northrop. They'll bring in the senior Ashlyn Scott, and she'll take Naomi Dubé's position on the court. Bayes back in, the freshman out for Leo. 1:18 remaining here in our first quarter at Northrop High School. Northrop in no hurry here. They'll look and give it up to Scott now on the right side. She'll look, find Mackenzie Snyder at the top of the key. She looks underneath to Carden. Carden with a nice turnaround goes off the backboard, and Mackenzie Snyder with a takeaway. And Carden with the ball again. She'll go up with a shot, and she'll miss it, and Stewart will have it for Leo. She'll drive. Nobody cuts her off. The left-hander in the lane bounces around and goes off the rim. And they'll say Leo ball with 42 seconds to go. The official Sean Miller over there with the call. Had a good view of that. Taking it out will be Stewart. She'll look, fire it to Pierce. Pierce has it. She'll turn and face up to the basket now. Thatcher all over her. Bayes now to the left side to Miller. Miller looks underneath to the taller Brooks Smith. Can't get anything. Clock ticks down under 30 seconds. There's a bounce pass to Stewart. Underneath now to Brooks Smith. She'll turn in the lane. Good left-handed pass. Pierce will take the shot. Gets a little bit deflected by Carden. And Carden comes up with a rebound for the Bruins. 10 seconds remaining here in our first quarter. Thatcher has it. She'll look. 5, 3, 2. They will knock nobody. There will be no shot here as our first quarter comes to an end. Northrop 9, Leo 4 at the end of 1. We will take a timeout. You're watching live high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
We're back underway here in our second quarter from Northrop High School. Northrop gets the ball in the alternate possession. They'll be in there with Dubois with a long 3 or 2 off the rim from about 16 feet. It's off and rebounded by Ashley Miller of Leo. Underneath the look, good defense by Williams as she takes the ball away from Brooke Smith, and Northrop looks to push. Left side, Allman, a long 3-pointer off the rim and picked up by Pierce, and she'll have the rebound and looks to push up the court now for the Leo Lions, and she is being just absolutely mugged right there by Ashlyn Scott. That'll be her first, team's 4th. Stewart will inbounds right in front of the Northrop bench. She gets the ball from Jeff Miller. He'll look and give the ball now up to Ashley Miller. Back to Stewart. She'll drive right, cut off, and now gives it up to Bays, and Bays will pick up her dribble outside to Brooke Smith. Brooke Smith yells out, swing it. She throws it underneath, and it's another turnover by Leo, their 3rd of the game. Into the lane, a floater on the way. It's off the rim, deflects around, and picked up by Stewart. Now she'll drive, and she's cut off. She gives it up, and underneath it goes, and that will be, I believe, Miller fouled, or is it Bays fouled on that play? It's number 41, Bays fouled. The foul is on Ashlyn Scott, her 2nd, team's 5th. Bays to shoot 2. Here's her first one on the way, and it is good. Hughes will check in. Scott will check out for Northrop. 9-5 our score here early in the second period from Northrop High School. The second one on the way. It's got a lot of arch, barely gets any contact. And now Hughes on the drive, and she's going to be fouled by number 30, Sophia Pierce, her first, team's 2nd, actually team 3rd.
Also for 30, Sophia Pierce.
And we have a bench warning on Leo. They're giving that to one of the assistant coaches. And now Northrop fires it inbounds. They'll rotate the ball all the way around, and we'll have an offensive foul. 25 on the foul, Williams.
Also number 25, Alicia Tiny Williams.
Her first. Team 6. One more foul on Northrop. Leo will be in the bonus. Williams was called for an illegal block. Brooke Smith has it out top on Williams. Pierce looks. She'll drive and kick it out to Bays. Bays right at the top of the circle. Now to Brooke Williams. Underneath, they'll look to Miller. And there's a turnover once again on Leo. And Northrop with another possession here in the second quarter. Around they'll go to Hughes. A long 3-pointer on the way, and it'll airball, and it'll go off of a couple Northrop players, go out of bounds, and Leo will have the ball with 5:52 remaining here in our first half. Once again, today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tweet to us tonight. We'd love to hear from you on Summit City Sports. Tweet to us there. Last night we had people watching during our high school broadcast for football. I had a couple people saw last night that were all the way from Florida, in Madeira Beach, Florida. And there's a deflection by Northrop on a block shot by Williams, and they will push. A bounce pass underneath the Williams, and she will get the 2. 11-5 our score. There's a drive to the baseline and another turnover, the 5th one on Leo here in the first half as Allman brings it up the right side. Hughes, she'll look. Nope, she'll fire it underneath. Just a little bit too hard. She went down low. Northrop controls. Another 3 by Dubé off the side of the rim, and Williams is going to be called with her 2nd foul. And now the Leo Lions in the bonus for the rest of the first half.
Number 25.
We've got a host of subs coming in. Number 21, Lily Brandenberger, will check in for Leo. Northrop will be number 44, Trabia Thatcher. And number 14, Thatcher, number 14 will check in. And number 44, Datcher will check in. And at the line shooting, I believe that was Bays. She misses. And now, a nice pick there by Pierce of Leo. And we have a jump ball, and it'll be Leo's ball with 4:40 remaining. Should be gray ball.
Help ball, possession Leo.
Pierce will drive to the right, gets a nice pick there by Ashley Miller. Miller guarded there by number 31. That's a reserve player. Brooke Smith deep under the basket. Left-hander off. Rebounded by Miller. She can't score. And then Brooke Smith has the ball taken away. And Thatcher will control for Northrop. She looks underneath to Datcher. And Datcher hits with her first two. Pierce will drive to the left, kick it to Stewart. She'll drive baseline, cut off, turns it over, and Northrop has the ball once again. Thatcher pushes. She'll be bumped on the hip. Her shot is up and off the side of the rim, and she will shoot two as the foul is on Ashley Miller of Leo.
Foul's at number 50, Ashley Miller. At the line, number 14, Ariel Thatcher.
We've got a timeout on the court. The first one by Leo. With that timeout, we'll take a timeout. You're watching live high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced DRs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
We're back live here at Northrop's gym, Mark Schroff Gym, as Thatcher will shoot two. She was fouled by Ashley Miller moments ago, right before the timeout. Here's her first one. It is up and it is good. Thatcher will shoot a second. It's a line drive and it's good. And Thatcher with her first, or actually now she has 4 points here in the first half. 15-5 our score. Brooke Smith with the ball. She'll drive, be cut off, and she'll turn it over. And Hughes to the hoops, and her layup is good. And there's a violation, another turnover on Leo. Their eighth. A host of subs will come in now. We'll try to get them straightened out for you. For Leo, Deach is in. Number 41, Bays back in. Mackenzie Snyder checked back in for Northrop on the turnover. Thatcher looks, she finds Hughes under the basket, taken away by Leo. They'll give it up to the freshman Deach. She'll race to the basket, goes in, and she's hit on the arm. That time by number 2, Naomi Dubois, and she will be at the line shooting two. Dubé with her first foul, the 8th on Northrop. Deach at the line to shoot two for Leo. Her first one up and good. So the freshman now with 3 points here early. Second one's up and good. It's perfect. Deach with 4. And the lead now down to Hughes will take a 25-footer. It's rebounded underneath. I believe that was 44 Datcher. And Datcher with the offensive board and the 2 points. There's a bank shot, and Leo scores.
Basket number 30, Sophia Pierce.
Pierce with her first 2. And there's a turnover on Northrop. Their second. Our scored 19-9. Northrop's been in control from the outset, as Pierce will bring it up for Leo with 2:50 remaining in our first half. She'll look underneath and find a wide open. That's Ashley Miller wide open under the basket. We'll see who the foul was on. 44, that's Datcher with her first. The 9th on Northrop. The next one, Leo will be in the double bonus. Miller to shoot, her first one up and in and out. So Leo 4 for 7 here from the foul line early in this game. Miller's second one up and good. So the one spot that Leo has done quite well at is from the foul line. Hughes takes a look, doesn't shoot it, gives up to Dubé, over at cross court to Snyder. She'll drive baseline, kick it all the way across court, almost thrown out of bounds. Good catch by Hughes. Hughes will give it up to Thatcher, now the point guard, and she will reset the offense with 2:30 remaining here in our first half. Mackenzie Snyder turns around, nobody around, gives it up to Thatcher. Her long 3 on the way. Rebound by Mackenzie Thatcher, and good.
Basket number 3, Mackenzie Snyder.
Snyder with 2. And Deitch with a long 3 goes off, and a rebound by Thatcher. And she'll go down, and she'll have an easy 2 for the Bruins. 23-10, under 2 to play here in the first half. Turnovers plaguing Leo here in the first half. And there's another turnover. Dubois will take it, and she's bumped, throws it back into play to Mackenzie Snyder. Snyder outside to Thatcher. Thatcher goes to Dubois. She'll take a long 3, hard off the rim, rebounded by the 5'3" freshman, Deitch of Leo. Nice pass underneath. Just too many bodies in there for Northrop, and they come up with a loose ball. Another turnover. Datcher to the rim, and she'll miss it. And Deitch will get the rebound. She'll look and give it up to the point guard, Pierce. She'll take the long 3-pointer off the side of the rim and rebounded by Leo's Miller. And they'll have to reset here. Will Leo? They'll give it to Stewart. She'll drive, and she's going to be fouled by Hughes, and that's her third. And now Leo in the double bonus. So it's double bonus time now, as the official Sean Miller came over and confirmed that we were in the double bonus. Sean Miller, a former basketball player at Woodland High School. The first one up and good for Bays. Her first. Brandenburger will check back in. The second one up and good. Dubois has the ball taken away. And now Leo gives it right back, and Datcher has it. She'll drive to the hoop, and her runner's up and good.
Number 44, Datcher.
So Datcher off the board with 6 points here in the second quarter for the Northrop Bruins. A good pass to Brandenburger. She'll look and give it up to Brooks Smith. Brooks Smith will reverse the ball over to Bays. They'll look underneath, and it's taken away again by Northrop. The 11th turnover in the first half, and there's a travel on Dubois, and it's the 4th turnover on Leo. Coach Chappell giving some instructions to her young player, Lily Brandenburger, a sophomore, on how to control the ball. Pierce with the ball. 20 seconds remain here in our first half. She'll drive. Ball's taken away by Mackenzie Snyder, and now Northrop can have the last shot. Hughes will take the shot from the corner, and it's rebounded by Stewart. And Pierce will take a long shot, and that will do it for the first half here at Northrop High School. Northrop leads 25-12 at halftime. Well, at halftime, we'll take a quick timeout here. We'll be about 4-minute timeout here. We'll come back and have updated stats for you from the first half here at Northrop High School. You're watching live high school girls basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
There's Ryan looking to center into the slot to Esther, but it's broken up by Scott. He shoots, hits guard!
Now the sticks are up. And now this is bad news. Everyone going at it down here in the corner.
Fort Wayne Hockey.
Plum with the deke.
6 teams.
Bone cutter to Ryan Freeby with the shot from the point. He scores!
Live stream games new this season. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
Beautiful baby, you're sweeter than strawberry pie. Just like the morning, your smile brings the sunshine.
The Parkview Family Birthing Centers, with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom.
You can be too. Learn more at parkviewmom.com.
There are a lot of moving parts in any video broadcast. These Career Academy students learn the value of teamwork, coming together seamlessly when it's time for lights, camera, action. See what we do. Visit FortWayneSchools.org.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
It's more than winning state championships and titles. It's more than challenging your cross-city rivals. FWCS Athletics brings out the best in students, giving them confidence, discipline, and a will to persevere. See how we compete and see what we do at FortWayneSchools.org.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home, or when you're on the go, the same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
We're back live here at Northrop High School. We've got about 5 minutes left here at halftime. Northrop leads 25-12 over the Leo Lions. For Leo, here's the scoring for Leo Lions here in the first half. McKenna Deach, the freshman, with 4. Sophia Pierce with 2. Brooke Smith with 2 points and 3 rebounds. Alex Baines with 1 point. And that's all the scoring here in the first half for the Lady Lions, as they have shot well from the free throw line. They are 7 for 10 from the free throw line, so they're doing a nice job there. The turnovers have plagued Leo in the first half, and it has been a big help to the Northrop Bruins getting all those extra possessions. For Northrop, Naomi Dubois has 2, Mackenzie Snyder with 4, Ariel Thatcher with 6, and she's done a great job leading the offense thus far for the Lady Bruins here in the first half. Morgan Hughes with 2 points, but she has 3 fouls. Tinny Williams with 2 points. She has 2 fouls. And Travea Datcher with 6 points off the bench, and she has been huge underneath thus far for the Lady Bruins. And then Markia Carden with 1 point here in the first half. And the Northrop Bruins, they're efficient 1 for 1 from the foul line. So they have done a nice job controlling the ball here in the first half at Northrop High School. Don't forget, this Wednesday night we'll have live high school hockey for you here on SummitCitySports.com from Canlan Ice Arena. It's doubleheader action every Wednesday on SummitCitySports.com. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance training offers athletes coordinated care and instant access at the new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic inside the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Also, ParkviewSportsMedicine.com is the go-to for all your local sports, with scores, highlights for all area schools. Parkview Sports Medicine wants to celebrate the accomplishments of athletes on and off the field. Check it out at ParkviewSportsMedicine.com. To make Parkview Sports Medicine part of your team, give us a call at 266-4007 or log on to ParkviewSportsMedicine.com. Parkview's new Ortho Express Clinic is your new home for all your orthopedic needs. Instant access to physicians, x-rays, physical therapy, performance, and our sports dietitians are all at your fingertip at the new Parkview Ortho Express. We meet the athletes when and where they are playing inside the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse with evening and weekend hours. Parkview Ortho Express. Learn more at ParkviewSportsMedicine.com. We've got 2 minutes remaining here at halftime. Leo trails Northrop 25-12. We'll take a quick timeout, and when we come back, we'll have live action on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
We're back live here at Northrop High School, where we are ready to start the second half here at Mark Schoaf Gymnasium on the campus of Northrop High School. At halftime, it's Northrop 25, Leo 12. Don't forget, on next Friday night here on SummitCitySports.com, we will have high school football. It'll be regional action here on Summit City Sports. The big one will be Carmel traveling here to Spooler Stadium on the campus of Northrop High School to play the Snyder Panthers, the undefeated Snyder Panthers. They will play next Friday night. Estimated game time right now is 7 o'clock. That could change per the ISHA if they decide to move it back, possibly just about a half an hour. We are ready to go. Kaylee Interline, the official, will give it to Snyder. They've got to wait for a young lady to come by who's on crutches. And we are ready to go. Snyder, Thatcher, Hughes, Dubois, and Williams will start for Northrop. Deach, Pierce, Stewart, Brooks Smith. And there's a long three by Dubois, and she has her first three of the game. So Dubois with a quick three, and that gives Northrop a 16-point lead. The other starters, number 50, Ashley Miller, as Pierce will drive baseline, and she's blocked there by Williams, and Thatcher comes up with a loose ball. And Northrop will get it to the right side, top to Thatcher, left side to Dubois. She'll take another three, and she'll hit it. Two quick threes by Naomi Dubois. Quickly up the court comes Leo. Miller has it. She's cut off, hits the freshman, who will give it up now to Stewart. Stewart will take a long three. It's hard off the rim and rebounded by Williams. Up quickly comes Northrop. Left side, Hughes will take a jump shot off the back of the rim and rebounded by Brooks Smith of Leo, and she'll give it up to Miller. She'll drive left and is cut off there by the Bruins. Pierce's long three on the way off the side of the rim and rebounded by Miller. And her shot is blocked, and Hughes for Northrop will bring it up. No, she'll shoot a 20-footer. It's off the front of the rim and rebounded by Mackenzie Snyder. And Northrop will reset their offense with 6:20 remaining here in our first half. Good post pass underneath to Williams, but she'll lose the ball out of bounds, and it'll be a turnover on Northrop. Into the game is number 5, Douglas, and she will replace Snyder, so Snyder will take a seat. 31-12 our score here early in the third quarter. Pierce will drive left. She'll give it up to Stewart. Stewart will drive baseline, kick it underneath the Miller, and she's hammered as she goes up with a shot. Could call that on a couple different Bruins. They'll call it on number 25. That is her third, the team's first.
Number 50, Ashley Miller at the line.
Miller will shoot two. Her first one off the side of the rim. There's an air ball. Goes out of bounds, and it'll be the ball will go back to the Northrop Bruins with 6 minutes remaining here in our third quarter. Douglas will inbounds it now to Thatcher. Thatcher has done a very nice job tonight of controlling the offense. She knows when to push it and when to back it back out. Last year, Northrop 15-9 on the season, looking to improve this season as they will look to contend for the Summit Athletic Conference. And there's another three. Dubois on another three-pointer, her third here in the second half, and she has 9 second-half points as Brooks Smith will have the ball for Leo. They'll look underneath the Miller, and she'll be hit on the wrist by Dubois, and that will be her second and the team's second here in this half. Taking the ball out of bounds will be Kate Stewart. Northrop will stay in their man-to-man. Stewart will look, find Brooks Smith. Brooks Smith will give it right back to Stewart. A two on the way. It's off the back of the rim and rebounded by Douglas. And now Hughes will have it on the left baseline. She'll look underneath for Williams. Williams will turn and give it up to Douglas. Douglas in the lane. Her shot on the way and blocked away by Brooks Smith of Leo. Brooke Smith, one of the better volleyball players here in Northeast Indiana, as she played on an outstanding Leo volleyball team this season. She'll drive to the left. Smith has such long arms. It's so hard to go over her, and there will be a timeout on the court. Leo will take their first timeout, a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here at Northrop High School. Once again, Friday night we'll have high school football for you here on SummitCitySports.com. Carmel will travel up north about 2 hours, and they will play the Snyder Panthers at Spooler Stadium Friday night, a game you can see right here on SummitCitySports.com. Wednesday night, we will have live hockey action from Canlan Ice Arena. Doubleheader action every Wednesday night on Summit City Sports, so get your fix of hockey every Wednesday night here on the Summit City Network. Timeout's over. We are back out on the court. Crazy day in college football today as numerous top 25 teams go down in defeat, including Ohio State. Michigan State falls today, Ohio State goes down, and Penn State loses for the second straight game, as that was a wild one at East Lansing as they went in a 4-hour lightning delay. So a lightning show at East Lansing. The lightning show here in the second half has been Naomi Dubé, as she has had 3 3-pointers as Williams gets a bucket under the basket, the assist to Thatcher. Naomi Dubé with 9 points, 3 3-pointers here in the second half, and Northrop has blown this lead wide open. There's a turnover on Leo, and Hughes has it. She'll look to go cross court, and she will throw it out of bounds. The 6th turnover on Northrop tonight. The Summit Athletic Conference could be very well contested this year, as Homestead lost Maddie Parker and Carissa McLaughlin. They're off to play college basketball. Concordia looks to contend. We've got Northrop that looks to have a good team. Southside returns almost everybody on their team. And also Carroll as well will be very good this season. Turnover, and Douglas has it. She'll go up the court. Her left-handed shot's up and good. So Douglas with her first 2 points. And Northrop extends their lead. There's a block shot by Douglas. The ball will go off of Williams and out of bounds to Leo. Also Homestead, even though they lost a lot, they got a transfer this year. And Solaire Starks from Concordia, so she can help with that scoring they lost with Parker and McLaughlin. Here's a look underneath to Brooke Smith. She has the ball deflect off her knee. She'll drive into the lane. She's cut off, gives it to Pierce. Pierce will lose it and give it up to Northrop. The 14th turnover on Leo. Up the court quickly is Thatcher, and she will go in and score.
Number 14, Ariel Thatcher.
Thatcher with her 8th point, and we've got a timeout on the court. Northrop leads 40-12 here in the third quarter with 3:21 remaining. You're watching live high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Checking in now for the Lady Bruins.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Back here at Northrop High School, 3:21 remaining here in our third quarter. Northrop leads 40-12 over Leo. Leo on the season already 1-0 with a win over Heritage 50-21 earlier this week. But tonight has not been their night. Too many turnovers and too much length underneath for the Bruins has led to this big lead here in the third quarter. This is, of course, Northrop's first game of the season. And like I said, they look to contend this season in the Summit Athletic Conference. Leo, a member of the NE8, and they've got some tough competition over there, especially in the form of Belmont. And there's a foul on the shot. Pierce will go to the foul line. We'll see who the foul is on here. 14 on the foul. That is Thatcher's first. Thatcher's first, the team's fourth. Correction, the team's third here, as Pierce's shot is up and good. So the first points of the second half for the Lady Lions. Her second one up and good. And Northrop controls. They'll get it into the front court. Thatcher will control. She'll go right side to Scott. Scott will look baseline to Allman. Allman will pick up her dribble and cross court it all the way to Thatcher. Now around to Scott once again. She'll give it up to Allman, right wing. A good entry pass to Williams, outside to Allman. And now they'll reset. Will Northrop. Thatcher will have it right on the Bruin paw at center court. 2-3 zone still by the Lady Lions. Scott with the ball in no hurry. Underneath the Williams. She'll have turnaround, and her shot is good. With her, Tiny Williams with her 6th point of the game, and Northrop in total control now. As Leah will get the ball to the freshman Deach, she'll give it up, and Stewart will have it. She'll drive baseline, pull up. She'll shoot a runner. It's off the backboard and picked up by Scott. She'll look, give it to Thatcher. Thatcher's runner from way out there goes in. 10th point for Ariel Thatcher, and she is the first player into double figures tonight with 10 points. Pierce will go right side to Stewart, and Stewart's going to be bumped by Allman. And that will be her first, the team's fourth. Stewart will inbounds right in front of her own bench. She was looking for Brooke Smith, and now Leah will get it inbounds to the freshman. She'll give it up to Bays. And Williams will be called for over the back. If that's on Williams, that is her fourth, I believe. Yes, that will be her fourth. And number 31 will check in now.
Number 31, Tiana White checking in.
Tiana Wright will check in. Leo looks to get the ball in bounds. Will get it into Brooke Smith. She's guarded by Douglas. Goes off her knee and out of bounds. The 15th turnover on Leo leads to another Bruin possession with 1:46 remaining here in our third quarter from Northrop High School. Scott right wing. She's guarded there by Deach. Deach underneath the right. Douglas has it. She'll drive in the lane. Pull up. Take about a 6-footer, and it's good. So Douglas off the bench with 4 points. 46-14 our score. And there's a bump on the, they're going to call a hold, I believe, on the point guard. Thatcher, her second, team sixth. Stewart will inbounds. Ashley Miller back into the lineup for Brooke Smith. And there's another steal, and there will be a foul on Pierce, her second, the team's first.
Sophia Pierce.
Thatcher inbounds, or gets the inbounds pass from Allman. Now Allman will go back, or Thatcher will go back to Allman. Clock ticks down to 1 minute left here in our third quarter. Allman controls way out top. Scott with it to Douglas. Douglas looks to shoot. She'll take 2 dribbles and give it back to Scott. Scott back to Thatcher. A lot of coaches hate when you just take 1 dribble and do nothing with the ball. And Northrop will, maybe they're looking to take the last shot as Thatcher will back it out with 40 seconds remaining here in our third quarter. Rashada Muhammad, the head coach of the Northrop Bruins in her second season, told her senior point guard to take her time. Let's get the last shot. Now Leo looks to be like they're going into a man-to-man. They do. They transition into man-to-man. Thatcher way outside on Pierce. She'll drive, get into the lane. Her jumper up off the backboard. And Wright catches it, and she'll score.
Rebound basket, number 31, Tiana White.
Baseline comes the freshman. She's cut off. Goes off a Northrop player. 2.3 seconds remaining. That is Tiana White, not Wright. Inbouncing is Stewart once again for Leo. She'll look. Count is on. She'll get it to a player. Take the jumper from the right side. It goes off the backboard, and that will do it here for the third quarter. With that, we'll take a timeout. Northrop leads 46-14. You're watching live high school girls basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Number 2, Naomi Dubé in for Northrop.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
We're back here live at Northrop High School. Is out of the break. Leo has the ball, and Brooke Smith went up with the shot, and she missed, and the rebound was picked up by Ashley Miller. She was fouled on the play, her 5th rebound of the game. The foul was on number 2, Dubé, and the shot is up and off the rim. And Snyder with the rebound, and now they look up quickly. Does Northrop? Scott's got it. She's blocked by Brooke Smith. The taller Brooke Smith had right on Scott there. She had no chance of getting that ball up over the much taller Brooke Smith. Brooke Smith checks in at 6'1". Dubé will get it into Douglas way outside. She'll shoot the 3, and it is good. Brianna Douglas with 7 points as she hits a 3 from downtown. Miller underneath to Brooke Smith. It deflects away, goes to Deach, right side. She'll miss. It'll go off of Brooke Smith and out of bounds. And Northrop will have the ball with 7:19 remaining here in our final quarter. Douglas will inbounds now to Dubé. She'll bring it up. She looks left, looking for Allman. Now she'll go back to the right and gives it up to Scott. Scott back now to the middle. Left baseline is Northrop's Allman. She'll give it back up to Dubé. She looks to shoot, gives it up to Allman. Allman will shoot a 14-footer in and out and rebounded by Brooke Smith. Ball gets deflected out of bounds, and Stewart will inbounds now for Leo. And she'll give the ball to the senior point guard, Sophia Pierce. Now Northrop in what looks to be a 1-3-1 matchup zone. Trap is what they are actually doing, and now the ball's on the court. We'll have a jump ball, and the ball will go to the Bruins.
Jump ball, alternate possession goes to Northrop. Number 23, Morgan Hughes back.
Hughes will check in. She'll take Scott's place. Ashlyn Scott will check out. Northrop has the ball with 6:41 remaining here in our final quarter. Now looks like maybe Leo may be in a 1-3-1 as well. Here early in the season, it's a good time to experiment with some defense, especially in these non-conference games, as you can monkey around with some of your different lineups, see who works well together, see what defenses actually work. Sometimes you're surprised by defense you really have very limited work on. And there's a shot that goes off the front of the rim, and it's rebounded by the shortest player on the court, McKenna Deach. She has 4 rebounds, and then the ball's turned over, and Hughes has it. She'll come down the left side. She will go baseline, get around the freshman, and the ball will go in. They'll call a foul on McKenna Deach. Hughes' shot drops.
Foul on number 20, McKenna Deach.
Deach's 3rd foul here in this game. Hughes at the line shooting. That one, her free throw up and good. A 3-point play for Hughes. 54-14 our score. Deach will take the shot from the left corner, and she will hit it. The freshman with her first 3-pointer of the night. Deach with 7 points. Brooke Smith with the steal for Leo. Pierce with the ball now. She'll stop, get to the top of the key. And her floater almost taken away, but Stewart catches it. Underneath to Brooke Smith. Now the ball on the floor. There's a scrum, and it's picked up by Northrop. And that ball will go off of Hughes from Allman and go out of bounds. Stewart gets the inbound. She'll give it right back to Pierce. Pierce guarded by Allman. Round to the right side now to Stewart. Right baseline to the freshman. Now up top to Brooke Smith. She'll turn and give it to Pierce on the left wing. Another turnover as Stewart was trying to find Brooke Smith. Allman up the court. She'll race to the hoop, and she will score.
Number 32, Maddie Allman.
Allman in the books with her first 2. And Northrop with a big lead, 56-16 with 4:40 remaining here in our game. Cross court now to Pierce. She'll look, fire the 3, goes off the back of the rim, and it's rebounded and taken away. Oh, what a block on Brooke Smith by Douglas as number 32 had the ball there. That was Maddie Allman had it. She had it taken away. Thatcher will check in for Dubois. And Destiny Jackson checks in, and Snyder will check out.
In for Leo.
And Peppel in for Leo. She'll look underneath to Brooke Smith. She'll turn, fire outside to Peppel. She'll take the long 3 off the rim. Does it stay in bounds? It does. Northrop had it, but then lost control. In the middle is Pierce off the backboard. Too hard. Goes off of Douglas, and it'll be Leo ball under their own basket. Deach will inbound. She's guarded by Hughes. She'll look, give the ball now to Miller. Miller to Peppel. Peppel in the lane. Her runner blocked by Jackson. And now Douglas looks up for Northrop as she'll control. She'll go into the lane. A little jump stop. Her left-handed runner's off, and Jackson has it. Destiny Jackson. So Jackson with her first 2. As some of the reserves starting to get some play time now. Pierce will fire a long 3, and it's good.
Number 30,
Pierce with 7. Into the lane goes Hughes. Her runner's off and rebounded by Peppel. Peppel up quickly to Miller, and she will travel. 18 turnovers on the Lady Lions tonight. Thatcher will control. She's guarded by the freshman Deach. To Jackson, back to Thatcher. Thatcher in the lane, and then there's Brooke Smith, and she got in too deep, and Brooke Smith cut her off. And now the ball's turned over and taken away underneath to Jackson. Her jumper off the backboard, and her rebound is no good. She'll go up, and she will be fouled, and we'll have a whole host of new players come in for Northrop right here. See who that foul was on.
Foul's on number 30, Sophia Pierce.
Foul's on Pierce, her 3rd, team's 3rd. At the line shooting 2 is Jackson. Jackson's first one up and good.
Justin Jackson at the line.
Now we've got a whole slew of new players coming in.
Number 41, Alex Bays. Number 43, Kate
Datcher,
Stewart, back in for
Carden return, as well as Scott and White for Northrop. The freshman Deach will check out as Bays comes back in for Leo. And Jackson hits both of her free throws. Another long three by Pearson. It's good.
Number 30, Sophia Pierce.
Pierce with 10 points. Datcher has it, gives it up to Jackson. She'll look, give it up to Scott now. To White. Got to see White play, and White turns it over earlier tonight. Pierce will take it away. She's bumped on the hip by White, and that'll be White's first foul. And Pierce will be at the line shooting 2.
Foul number 31, Tiana White. Number 30, Sophia Pierce at the line.
Pierce at the line. She'll shoot 2. Her first one up and good, her 11th point. Pierce will take 2 dribbles, she'll fire, and it's good. Draws no iron as Leo now 10 for 16 from the line. 55 will check in.
Emma
Embry will check in. I don't have her on my roster here. She will check in. It's Emma Embry, number 55, and she'll check in for Brooke Smith. Scott has it guarded. The count's on. She'll give it up to Jackson. 2:20 remains in our game. Underneath, they'll look for Carden. The ball's deflected away by Embry and goes out of bounds with 2:16 remaining here in our game at Northrop High School. A good pass underneath to Scott. She'll dribble right under the basket and come all the way back outside. She's guarded by the senior Pierce. Good pick there by Jackson. And Scott still controls. She's looking to give the ball up. She finds a wide open Datcher.
Number 44, Treva Datcher.
And she'll hit, and she'll have her 8th point of the game. And the clock's under. 2 minutes to play. Pierce looks, finds Bays. They'll go underneath to Embry. Embry shot up and good.
Basket by number 55, Emma Embry.
Emma Embry, just a sophomore. And now she'll have the deflection, but it goes right to Destiny Jackson. Jackson will have it. Drive baseline, give it up to White. White will shoot at the 3. It'll go off the side of the rim, go off a couple players, and will it be controlled in bounds? It will, and we'll have a jump ball. It'll be Leo ball.
Jump ball, possession Leo. Number 31, Cassidy Diggins checking in now.
Number 31, Cassidy Diggins will check in. And out of the game will come Pierce, who will leave the game tonight with 11 points on the night. So Stewart will be the point guard right now. Northrop in a 1-2-2 zone. Stewart way up top. She'll look, fire right side of Peoples. Peoples will take a quick 3, hit the side of the rim, and rebounded by White. White will give it up to Datcher about 25 feet away from the basket. I want to say congratulations to our defending national champions, St. Francis of the NAIA's White Connects, as they finish the regular season with a big win today over Taylor, and they will be the #1 seed in the national tournament. And they'll find out who they play probably tomorrow as they finish the season, a perfect record on the season. And they have looked great this season under Coach Donnelly and the rest of his coaching staff. Jackson will go hard to the rim, and she is fouled there by number 43, Stewart.
Calls it number 43, Kate Stewart.
Stewart, her first, team's 4th.
Number 15, Destiny Jackson at the line.
Actually, I believe that's a team's 5th. Jackson will be at the line shooting 2. Her first one up and good, and she is perfect on the night, 3 for 3. And the Bruins shooting 4 for 5 from the foul line here tonight on opening night. Her second one up and off the rim and controlled by Leo. Stewart has it now. She'll go right side to Peoples. Peoples drives baseline on White. Kicks it back to Stewart. Stewart in the middle to Bays. Bays over to Peoples. Wide open three-pointer on the way off the side of the rim and controlled by Datcher. 11 seconds remains here in our game. Jackson has it. She'll just dribble, and I believe they're just going to dribble out the clock because Datcher will have it. 4 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and that will do it here from opening night at Northrop. Northrop 65. The Leo Lions 26. We'll take a quick timeout and come back with final thoughts here from Northrop High School. You've been watching live high school girls basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
There's Ryan looking to center into the slot to Esther, but broken up by Scott. He shoots, hits guard!
Now the sticks are up. And now this is bad news. Everyone going at it down here in the corner.
Fort Wayne Hockey.
Plum with the deke.
6 teams.
Bone cutter to Ryan Freeby with the shot from the point. He scores!
Live stream games new this season. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
Beautiful baby, you're sweeter than strawberry pie. Just like the morning, your smile brings the sunshine.
The Parkview Family Birthing Centers, with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom.
You can be too. Learn more at parkviewmom.com.
There are a lot of moving parts in any video broadcast. These Career Academy students learn the value of teamwork, coming together seamlessly when it's time for lights, camera, action. See what we do. Visit FortWayneSchools.org.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
It's more than winning state championships and titles. It's more than challenging your cross-city rivals. FWCS Athletics brings out the best in students, giving them confidence, discipline, and a will to persevere. See how we compete and see what we do at FortWayneSchools.org.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home, or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
After one, it was Northrop 9-4. At halftime, it was 25-12 the Bruins. At the end of three, 48-14 Northrop, and and your final score 65-26 Northrop tonight, just in dominating fashion over Leo. Leo scoring tonight. McKenna Deach, the freshman, with 6 points. Brooke Smith with 2 points and 5 rebounds. Alex Bays with 1 point. Kate Stewart with 2. Ashley Miller with 1. Emma Embry with 2, and leading scorer tonight for the Lady Lions is Sophia Pierce with 12 points. For Northrop, they had a very balanced attack. Naomi Dubois with 11, Mackenzie Snyder with 4, Brianna Douglas with 7, White with 4, Morgan Hughes with 5, Tinny Williams with 6, Maddie Allman with 2, Datcher with 8, Destiny Jackson with 5, and Carden with 1. So almost every single player scored tonight for Northrop. And your Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game tonight, leading the Bruins in scoring, number 14, Ariel Thatcher. She'll check in with 13 points, and she did a great job controlling the tempo tonight for the Northrop Bruins. Don't forget, Wednesday night here on SummitCitySports.com, we'll have doubleheader action in hockey at Canlan Ice Arena. You can get all your hockey action there at Canlan Ice Arena. The games start around 5:30 out there, so check us out for that. And then on Friday night, it'll be regional action here on Summit City Sports in football. The big one, Carmel, will travel here to Snyder to play the number 2 ranked Snyder Panthers. That will do it here from Northrop High School. The Bruins open the season with a win. They are 1-0. They win tonight 65-26 over Leo. Leo will fall to 1-1 here early in the season. For my cameraman, Jeff Mahoney, I'm Ryan Dellinger, and you've been watching a live broadcast of high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.